What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, I want to talk about something. Legendary, heavyweight, undisputed, world champion, Iron Mike Tyson is preparing for a ring return after a 15-year layoff. He's 53 years of age. Iron Mike Tyson in his prime was one of the most fierce boxers in the history of the sport of boxing. One of the most feared boxers in the history of the sport of boxing. He won 90% of his fights before the first bell even sound, because majority of the boxers were afraid of him. A la that of legendary boxer Michael Spinks, right? Michael Spinks got in the ring with Mike Tyson, and you could see the fear written all over him. There was even reports that Michael Spinks didn't even want to leave the dressing room, right? He threatened to pull out of the fight. This is how much fear Mike Tyson invoked into people, in his opponents, right? We saw this with many of his opponents. But what we didn't see was when opponents decided to stand up to Mike Tyson, is what we didn't expect, is that Mike Tyson ended up folding. When James Buster Douglas had nothing to lose and stood up to Mike Tyson gave in. And then there was tons of excuses. With that said, there are boxing pundits, there are people in the boxing world that feel like a 53-year-old Mike Tyson, coming off a 15-year layoff, coming off of a knockout loss, right, in his last fight, could beat former reigning WBC heavyweight world champion Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. I find this pretty outrageous and absurd. For one, Mike Tyson didn't bowl well with fighters that stood up to him. Mike Tyson is 53 years of age. Deontay Wilder will not fear Mike Tyson. Deontay Wilder will be the most feared puncher Mike Tyson has faced, outside of Lennox Lewis, former undisputed British heavyweight legendary boxer in his own right. Mike Tyson finished his career 50-6, 44 by way of knockout, but he was knocked out 5 of those 6 times. The last time we saw him in the ring was 2005, June 11th, 2005, and he lost to Kevin McBride. Kevin McBride. Prior to that, 2004, July 2004, he got knocked out by Danny Williams. He beat Clifford ADN, but in 2002 he was knocked out by Lennox Lewis. So 3 of his last 4 fights he was knocked out. 53 years of age. Last time you seen him in the ring was 2015. Mike Tyson always struggled with boxers who had height advantage, reach advantage, and didn't fear him, right? He struggled with Lennox Lewis. Buster Douglas, it was tons of excuses why he lost to James Buster Douglas, because James Buster Douglas had nothing to lose, just losing his mother just a short while before the fight. And Mike Tyson was such a heavy favorite. Most people felt Mike Tyson wasn't even committed at that point in time. The fight took place outside of the country. It took place in Japan or China, in Asia, right? Mike Tyson was rumored to have been partying, not taking it serious, not training, overlooking Buster Douglas. So most people cited that the reason why he lost to Buster Douglas and was knocked out. Then Mike Tyson faced the likes of Evander Holyfield, guys that decided to stand up to Mike Tyson, wouldn't back down. He fought an old Larry Holmes. He fought a Michael Spinks that wasn't willing to stand up to him. Yes, he did beat guys in their prime. Yes, he did beat the Frank Brunos, the Bone Crushers. Yes, he did beat the Razor Ruddicks. You know, he became the fastest heavyweight world champion and undisputed at 21 years of age. 20, he became heavyweight champion, then he became undisputed at 21. So yes, he has accomplished legendary feats in the sport of boxing, not taking that away from him. But the problem is when people stood up to Mike Tyson and didn't fear Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson ended up being the one that folded. Deontay Wilder stands 6'7". Mike Tyson is all of 5'11". Deontay Wilder has arguably the most power we've ever witnessed within the sport of boxing. Yes, Mike Tyson is ferocious. Yes, he just showed us that he still has combinations and he's still quick and he still has the head movement. But in live action, is that going to be the case? 15 years later, 53 years of age. Is he going to be able to get inside on Deontay Wilder? Absolutely not. He had an issue with guys with long jabs, power, and didn't fear him. Deontay Wilder possesses all. So I think it's outright outlandish and absurd to think that Mike Tyson at 53 years of age could come back off a 15-year layoff and compete with the upper echelon in the heavyweight division. Never mind Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, and Anthony Joshua. Mike Tyson would struggle with the Dillian Whites. He'd probably get knocked out. Jarrell Big Baby Miller. He'd probably get knocked out. Right? Dominic Breazeale would probably knock Mike Tyson out. See, because yes, he carries a name. And Mike Tyson carries ferociousness. And yes, for the first 2 to 3 rounds, he's going to be something to deal with. But we've seen Mike Tyson in his last fight against Kevin McBride get knocked out. Nobody's mistaking Kevin McBride with the upper echelon in the heavyweight division currently today. Not even in his prime could he compete with this crop of heavyweight fighters. So it's absurd to think that Mike Tyson could come off a 15-year layoff and compete with the likes of a Deontay Wilder. This just goes to show the level of disdain towards Deontay Wilder that people would even consider and think that he would be capable of beating Deontay Wilder. And I'm sure there's people that believe that because there's talks that he could compete with the best of the best today's time. So that's a slap in the face to today's athletes in the heavyweight division and the sport of boxing itself overall. To think that you could get up off your couch after participating in recreational activities outside of the ring, not taking care of yourself. 15 years we saw you get knocked out by lesser competition. You could get up off your couch. Yes, you still have it. Muscle memory. I have no doubt for 2 to 3 rounds, Mike Tyson could show that ferociousness. But after that, Mike Tyson will get knocked out. Deontay Wilder may seriously hurt him. So may Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. And I believe the same goes for Jarrell Big Baby Miller, Dillian White, Alexander Usyk, Joseph Parker, Derek Chisora, Luis Ortiz, Andy Ruiz. He can't compete with any of these guys. There's even talks of how he would fare with Luis King Kong Ortiz. People think that that would be a good fight. I see the likes of talks being mentioned of Shannon Briggs. Now that's more of a on his level of a fight because Shannon Briggs has been inactive. Shannon Briggs himself is an older guy, older gentleman. But even Shannon Briggs is still more active than Mike Tyson. He's still in better shape than Mike Tyson. So that would be something to watch in an exhibition bout, 3-4 rounds. But to think Mike Tyson can actually compete for a world title today's time is utterly ridiculous and it's absurd. And not to mention it's a slap in the face to today's athletes in the heavyweight division and disrespectful to them and the sport of boxing itself. The demand, the gruel, the dedication it takes to be a high-level competitor within the sport of boxing. Yes, Mike Tyson had his time at one point in time. But his era has since passed, long past. Even when he was competing against Evander Holyfield, when he was competing against Lennox Lewis. Right? Mike Tyson didn't have it. He was finished then. As I just stated, 3 of his last 4 fights he was knocked out. He was a shell of himself when he fought Lennox Lewis. And he admitted then he wasn't in the business of taking any more whippings and getting knocked out and taking any more beatings. But he pursued on. He beat Clifford Etienne. Then he lost his next 2 fights. So that just goes to show you that Mike Tyson is far from removed from anywhere near his prime or competing at a high level. And he could get seriously hurt. Point blank and period. to think that he can actually compete with Deontay Wilder. Why? Because you just see him lose to Tyson Fury, who's an active boxer, considered one of the best heavyweights today's time. That's totally different from Mike Tyson getting up off his couch, 15-year layoff, coming off of a knockout loss at 53 years of age. Utterly ridiculous. Deontay Wilder may seriously injure Mike Tyson. Point blank and period. And I think it's absolutely silly to even contemplate this. But that's all I got for y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.